Let's talk about what y'all never talk about. I was doing an interview. First of all, let me tell you, this city is freaking magnificent. You know, I got here and I expected New York, and I'm like, where's the trash? Like, you clean your streets up, people are proud here. You could use a little help selling. But it's a beautiful city. I mean, we've been amazed. The people have been really, really nice to us and gracious. Give Nick and his wife a big hand for putting this event on. And what I want to do is because of who you are, okay? Because you guys are in the space of helping and coaching, educators, teachers. How many of you want to help people? Help more people?
Yeah.
So today what I want to do is I'm going to change this up a little bit from what I normally do, because normally I'm speaking to people that are selling either a tangible or an intangible. It could be a product that's online, a digital product, or it could be, like, we work with some of the largest sales organizations in the world. I have for years, for almost 30 years. Our single income was from corporations, not individuals. Up until about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe less than that, actually 3 or 4 years ago, we started, my wife's right there. We started, give Elena a big hand. Up until about 3 or 4 years ago, we were not selling to individuals. I didn't take money from individuals. We were selling $36,000 to $300,000 contracts to big companies. And I was also building a real estate business at the same time. And we had some business in the automotive sector where we were calling them car dealers, and we were trying to show them how to change their business and make more money. So that's very similar to what you're doing today. You're you're talking to someone about how they could be better at what they're doing and therefore make more money. Is that right?
Yeah.
They could help more people. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, but if you don't have money to do those things, you're not going to be in business to do those things. So I'm kind of known as the guy that comes up here and talks to you about money. And I'm like, well, nobody else is. So this year, we have 7 little businesses this year that will do. 2 of them won't do anything, and the other 5 will probably do $150 million. I'm working on a deal right now. It's a $160 million deal. There's 3 other people that can buy the deal. I'm trying to buy the deal. These other 3 people have all the money in the universe. They have way more money than I have. They have way more respect than I have. They have bigger names than I have, and I'm going to get the deal. I'm going to get the deal. But to do that, okay, to get in control of that kind of purchase, when you're buying a piece of real estate that is valuable to other people, you're not a buyer. I don't go into that deal as a buyer, okay? So if you're taking notes today, I'm going to use this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend about an hour with you, and then me and Nick's going to come up here, and we're just going to do a bunch of Q&A for as long as you want, all right? Because I have a strategy with this part of the world. I want everybody in this part of the world to know my name. Nobody knows me here. And I want everybody to know me. Everybody in every village, in every street corner, because I'm going to show people how to get their money right. And the only way to get your money right is to always be a seller. You have to be a seller even when you're buying. I walked into Harrods, wandered into Harrods, beautiful Harrods, unbelievable. I mean, I get in there, my Amex was twitching. I went in there and just said, let's go play. Let's go play. I walked into the Cartier store, saw this big diamond in the window. I'm like, dude, that's magnificent. I walked in, I said, how much is it? Okay, the guy grabs it out of the window, he shows it to me. Ryan's with me, Captain Ryan, real estate Ryan. He's the pilot. Okay, no big deal. You just hit a button and the plane takes off. Jared's with me. My 2 kids are with me. Where's Jared? Yeah, Jared's making some noise, huh? And Jared will make over $1 million this year working for me. Okay, Jared's probably worth $4 million today. 8 years ago, he had no money. He was in debt. So this is to dispel this idea that you have to work for yourself. You need to be a seller is what you need to do. There's a lot of people working for themselves that don't make any money, right or wrong. You getting used to my accent yet? Yeah. Okay, it'll take a second, right? Okay. So look, you got to be a seller, not an owner. You have to sell something, and she exchanged money with me. That's who your best customers are going to be. Your best customers will exchange the most money with you. So when I go into a deal, if I'm the buyer on a deal, or the I'm trying to hire Chris. I'm not the HR department. I'm not the business owner at that moment. I'm a seller. I'm not a buyer. I'm not trying to buy him. I'm trying to sell him. You with me? When I'm running a company and I'm trying to get people to hit the next level, and I'm the CEO of the company, and I'm running 5 or 6 companies, and I'm tweaking this, and I'm a seller. I'm always a seller. When I'm a father, I'm selling the kids. So you're either, how many of you got kids in the room? Freaking kids, man, the kids are great. See, they know more than you know. They're doing their job, and you're telling them, back off. How many parents in the room again? Let me see hands of parents. How many of you tell your kids, don't talk to strangers? What's wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? Telling your kids, don't talk. Strangers have everything you want. A stranger has it, right or wrong? Wrong? Strangers have evil intent? Dude, you're going to run your business into the ground. You're reading the paper. You're reading too many papers. I'm a stranger. You don't know me, okay? Your job as the parent is to create a secure environment for your kids so they feel good about the people they're with and keep the evil out. You wouldn't ask your kids to talk to me. Well, you're a freak, dude. How the hell are you going to survive on a planet with 7 billion strangers and think they're evil, dude? Dude, look, like every dollar you have, my expansion is because of strangers. I don't do business with people I know. I do business with people that don't know me yet. If you don't know me, you can't flow me. Right? If I'm scared of you, it's because I don't control the environment. If I'm worried about you, it's because I don't know what's going on. Right? I need to reach, man. You know, I am a freaking prejudiced human being. I want to do business with people that have money. I don't care what God you pray to. I don't care what you got on your knees. Dude, you got money? Can I solve a problem? Do you have money? Do you see value in what I teach? Okay? Can I change your business? You want life advice from me? I don't have any for you. Okay? You want me to be a life coach? I can't help you. You need motivation? I'm not your guy. You want to make some fucking money? Okay? Okay? How strange am I now? Okay? That won't work. It won't work here. Only in America. Dude, I came from here. All Americans came from here. Americans are doing today what you guys used to do. This is the original, the center of the universe. This is where you guys went and got everything you wanted when you wanted on your terms. You took other people's empires. Right? And somewhere along the line, I don't know the whole history. Okay? This is my history class. Somewhere along the line, y'all quit doing that thing. And you guys got proper. And you started worrying about people stealing your stuff. And then the whole world became strange to you. You used to do business with everybody. So like just maybe relook at, as you're building your business, as you're building your empire. I want to build an empire. I can't do that by myself. This solopreneur thing that is so popular today on Instagram. I work for myself. I drive a fancy car. I show my cash off. The guy didn't have anybody working for him. You're a slave, man. You need people working for you. You need to understand this money thing. That means you have to be a seller in every situation. In every situation. I run the company. I'm the president of the company. How many of you have seen great companies go down, fall, fail because the CEO became the CEO and they quit selling products and services? They quit taking care of people. They started complicating the whole process. How many see companies going so slow, organizing, in big planning meetings, taking forever, discussing everything with a bunch of people? Nobody can make a decision. So I'm going to talk to you about this little thing right here, okay? Because if you're not a seller, you're not getting this. Everybody agree? Yes. If you're the buyer, you're paying this. So I wrote a book called Sell or Be Sold. What side of the equation do you want to be on? You going to be the seller or the buyer?
Seller.
I want to be the seller, okay? To be the seller, that means you have to be completely logical. Okay, if you're taking notes, you want to be completely logical. I only believe my story, and I disregard the other person's story completely. Michael's story, even though it's true, I disregard. Could be completely valid, but I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy his story. I don't have the money. I'm on a budget. Okay? How many of you heard that before? You're trying to sell your services? You got to, I don't have the money. I hear you, man. I hear you. I understand that. And by the way, I already knew that. I just agree with him. It doesn't mean I listen to him. It's a story he's telling himself. It's a story. All this stuff is made up. You guys just make stuff up. He makes stuff up, right? People have money problems. How many people in this part of the world have a money problem? Can't buy a house, can't find a down payment, don't have enough money, or living budget to budget, pay plan to pay plan, right? Don't ever have any money left over. How many people like that? Almost everybody? It's a story they're telling themselves. But you need to understand that story, right? Now, how did this happen? That this guy has a money problem on a planet where there's money everywhere? How did that happen? How does it happen that I walk into Harrods, say, let me see the ring. The guy shows me the ring. I ask Ryan, how much you think it is? Ryan says, what'd you say, Ryan? 150,000. Jared, where's Jared? Where you at, Jared? Come here, man. Jared, what'd you say the ring cost? There's big Jared right there. All right. 30. Come on, Jared. How much did you say the ring was, Jared? Yeah, it was $3.2 million. It was 15 carats. I could land my plane on it. I'd be like, shit, it was big, man. I wanted it. Elena doesn't want it. I want it. I want to go lay on it.
Nice.
See that? Like I'm sitting there trying to make sense of how could I make sense of paying $3.2 million for a freaking ring that I'll never wear? I might sleep with it, but I'm not going to wear it. I said, how much is it? 3.2. I said, man, it's unbelievable. My kid picked it up. She's like, well, I want to try it on. She's like, 9. And then the 7-year-old, she's swinging around. He's like, don't scratch it. I said, dude, at $3 million, it shouldn't scratch. Right? See, at that moment, seller and buyer started flipping. He quit selling, and he started buying. An old story he tells himself. This guy's not going to buy. Another American coming in here, showing off at Harrods. Walking into the Cartier store, lost, killing time on vacation. And he was right. I left the store without the diamond. I've been thinking about that diamond ever since I left. I was having sex with my wife last night. Man, who can buy that ring for me, man? Who's got that money? Why can't I just walk in there and buy that ring? Why not? Why is that $3.2 million this huge number for me? Why do I have to make sense of this? Right? Because I was programmed to save money. How many of you were taught to save money, to protect money, to conserve money? Let me just see a hand. How many are taught? See if you can finish this saying for me. A penny saved is
penny earned.
A penny earned. Save for a I see that it translates perfectly. Money doesn't grow on trees. Don't talk to. You know what, dude? Let's just get it over with right now. Let's just get it over with. See, these universal, this is a problem. If you got a problem with money, you got a problem with selling, right or wrong. Yeah. Because the only reason you would sell anybody anything is either you're being made to by your manager or you want money. So you really got to reprogram. Like, I don't mean like some kind of like psychological thing on the reprogramming. You know, but you need to fix the way you're thinking about money, particularly how you spend money, because how you spend money is how you get money. You know, before we put anybody through our sales courses, we've had almost 45 million people go through our courses. Maybe 48 million by the weekend. 48. These are courses that you pay for. This isn't YouTube videos. These are courses that people pay a lot of money to watch, right? So these are tests. They watch the video. They take a test. They become expert at selling everything from greeting the customer to qualifying the customer to asking hard questions. You know what a hard question is? Hey, man, you got $3.2 million? Okay. How about a hard question? Another hard question. How could anybody justify spending $3.2 million on something that big? How could you possibly ever do that when people are starving on this planet? How could you do that? That's what the Cardone guy ought to be asking me. He ought to be asking the hard questions. Right? You guys don't ask the hard questions. How could you make sense of this purchase? How many coaches in the room? How many are doing coaching? Okay? So your program's $30,000. How could you possibly justify investing $30,000? How could you do that? It's a hard question, okay? If your life depended on it, where would you get the $30K? How much money's in your bank account right now? How liquid are you? So you guys don't ask those questions because you become the buyer. Man, I'm on a budget, man. I got to think about it. I got to talk to my wife. How long you been married, man? 15 years. You talk to her about everything? Oh, yeah, everything. Then you talk to her about talking to me. She knows you're here. Are you telling me that if you invested this money and it made your life better, your wife's going to have a problem with that? Hard questions. You got to ask hard questions. Right? Why? This is the target. The people that exchange money with you become your customers. The people that just get information from you become nothing. They become your critic. The people that love me the most, they don't like me because I'm me. They like me because of my information. The people that like me the most spent the most money with me. I'm going to offer you something at the end of this today, and I'm going to take photos with my customers. I can't take a photo with everybody in the room. Oh. You can take a photo with me. But I want to exchange with people that want to exchange with me. I want to exchange with people that want to change. Right? Exchange. Change. You sell the way you buy. Okay? If you're taking notes down, I want you to write this down. I don't want to spend a lot of time on selling. I'm really talking about money here. You get that? Who ends up with all the money on this planet? The people that can sell. Right or wrong? Some guy walked into this town and bought all that real estate where I'm staying right now, at the Mandarin. Right across the street, bought all the Harrods. Okay, bought the condo complex across the street, $100 million penthouse on top, I think 120 or something like that, bought the entire building. He came in here and says, I'm buying it all. Okay, why? Because he's rich? No, because he had freaking courage. He bought what you wouldn't buy. Because you guys were looking at the past. I should have bought it 10 years ago. I should have bought it 20 years ago. I should have bought it 30 years. Should have bought it 300 years ago. You'd have really made a lot of money. See the story you're telling yourself, man? He came in and says, hey, man, I'm buying it all, and I'm going to control it. It's going to be mine, okay? And I'd rather have that than have money anyway, okay? Because what is this worth? Nothing. It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper. If you don't learn to waste this, you will never get a customer to waste it with you. Listen to what I'm telling you right now. If you don't learn how to let this go, if you don't give up your mama's message, save your money, son, save your money, save your money, don't play with money. How many have been told that?
Yep.
Don't play with money, don't play with money, quit playing with money. Money's not to be played with. A penny saved is it's a penny, man. It's a freaking dirty penny, too. Most of you won't even pick it up. Some of you in the room won't pick $1 up anymore. And that's dirty. Right or wrong? Like if some of you, if I open your refrigerator, it's full of stuff from last week. Some of you, you got a whole freaking drawer, just those little containers to save food, right? Because your mama said what? Eat it all. Every time she fed you, what did she tell you? Did it come with a lecture?
Yeah.
Eat all your food, eat all your food,
That's
eat
why
all
I'm
your
fat.
food.
That's why I'm fat.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Eat all your food, eat all your food, eat it all. Okay, don't leave anything. There's people starving on this planet. Okay, you got 6 peas left. Put it in the refrigerator. I don't want them. Save it. Tomorrow we'll do something with it. Right? That's how I grew up, man. I had problems with money from the age of 10 years old, probably 8 years old, actually. I had more money when I was 8 than when I was 28. How's that even possible? Education. I started getting educated about money. When I was 8 years old, I was going down there. My dad gave us a quarter. You know what a quarter is? A U.S. quarter? It's got an eagle on it. It's got a president or something like that. It's all made up, right? They decided how big to make it, how thin to make it, what its value was. And then the rest of us decided what it was worth to us. My daddy gave me a quarter. He gave one to my twin brother. We're walking to the store. We're feeling like ballers. You know what a baller is? You guys have this term here? Yeah. I'm a baller, dude. Right? I got swag on, man. I'm proud. I'm happy. I'm loaded. 25 cents. Okay? I'm walking to the store. I'm playing with my partner. And I'm playing with it. I'm touching it. Sometimes I was touching myself. Okay? I was 10. But yeah, it's starting to happen. So I'm playing with it. I'm playing with it. And bang. And it fell out of my pocket. And it went into a manhole. You know these manholes in the street? And the quarter fell. And the manholes, that's back in the day where the manholes, like you could put your foot in a manhole, right? They closed them all up now, but I was terrified. I'm on my knees. I'm trying to find this quarter, man. I'd do anything for this quarter right now. Will you guys? No, you won't. Don't lie, man. Come on. Don't be broke and a liar. You know? I'm looking for this quarter. I can't get the quarter. I try to put my arm down there. I can't reach the quarter. I realized I was short. I go home. I'm freaking scared because my daddy's about to whip my ass. What are you doing playing with money? Never play with money. Never play with money. Never, ever play with money. How many were taught that? You better learn how to play with money, or you're not going to have any. My grandfather grabbed me an hour later. He says, son, let me tell you something. Your dad said never play with money. I want to teach you something else about money. This is one of the most important first lessons I ever had about money. First thing I did was I learned from my dad, never play with money. And then my grandfather said this. You might want to write this down. He said, never go anywhere with 1 quarter. The point of the story, obviously, you need a bunch of quarters so you can play. Everybody agree? Yeah. How many need more money? How many of you need more money? Okay, good. So let's just demyth the whole deal. All right? How many of you like to have a lot more people giving you, exchanging with you, and changing because of that? The only people that are going to change are the people that are going to pay you, right or wrong? Yeah. How many agree with that? Yeah. Okay, because if I don't pay you time, Commitments, behind every commitment is time and money, every time. I guarantee you, any time in your life, when you've committed fully, time and money were exchanged after your commitment, all right? So if you look at your life, when you make a commitment, a real commitment from you, by the way, the more of these you make, the more your customers will make with you. Remember what I said. You sell the way you what? You sell the way you buy. If you take a long time, if you have to collect a lot of information, if you have to shop 3, 4, 5 places, if you have to pick up more information, if you and your wife have to talk about it first, or you and your husband have to talk about it, guarantee you your customer is going to do the same thing to you. Every time. However you buy is how you will sell. Okay? So like when the first thing we do when we start teaching people how to exchange or sell, that's really what that means, right? We say, hey man, tell me about your money. What were you taught about money? I got to save it. For what? Why are you saving money? How many business owners, how many of you own your own business? Why are you saving money? Are you a bank? Why are you trying to get something that's not yours and hold on to it? I did this for the first 15 years I was in business, and it stunted my business. I'd go get money, somebody else's money. Chris would give me money, and I would take the money and I would act like it's mine now. And I'd hoard it. Why? Because I was a business owner, but I wasn't a businessman yet. If you don't understand money, you can't grow your business. It's impossible. If you're hung up on budgets, how many of you operate on a budget? Okay? How many of you use ROI as an indicator? Return on investment, ROI. I've never done an ROI study. Okay? I don't have a budget. I start a department. I make a decision how much money we're going to make. I don't worry about how much money we're going to spend. The guy that bought Harrods did not worry about what he spent. He focused on buying Harrods. Was it a good investment? We don't even know what he paid. You guys are like, shit, yeah, it was worth it. Whatever he paid. How many agree with that?
Yep.
Whatever he paid, it was worth it. You get it? You understand what I'm saying? Okay? How many of you would like to sell your product for more money than you're selling it for? Yeah. Good. How many of you would like to sell your product for more money than you're selling it for?
Yeah.
I said, how many of you would like to get more money for your product? Yeah. Okay. All right? We had a product that was $1,000. Everybody complained about the price. They're like, it's too much money. I said, good, make it $10,000. Then if you're going to complain about it, let's give them something to really complain about. We sold more product at $10,000 than we did $1,000. Because we changed our minds about the zero. Dude, the guy's broke either way. The people you're trying to help don't have money. And if you're in doubt about it, if you're scared, if you're operating out of scarcity, how can I expect Michael to give me money that I'm scared to get? I don't have a budget. I make enough money, I don't need one. Right? My goal is to go get money. 95% of my time I spend on this. Getting money. 95% of my time. I'm an accounting major. I am a very, very not well educated, because I know I never convince you that, because I don't sound educated. Because I use little small words that are simple. Like, who's got my money? How many of you have heard me say that before? Who's got my money, man? Who's got my money? It's a song I sing to myself. I don't need a rapper to do this for me. Who's got my money? Who's got my money? Okay? Who's going to buy this building with me? Who's going to do business with me? Who's got my money? I don't need to worry about losing a quarter. That quarter wasn't mine. I don't even know what this money's doing in my pocket right now. It's like magic. I don't know whose it is, but it isn't mine. Probably Nick's.
It is.
Yeah, it smells like Nicky. That's a Nick money. Got a Nick stitch to it, too. You see what I'm saying? The money you have right now is somebody else's that you're holding on to. And until you learn to think like that, and give up this old idea that your parents had about money. It didn't work for them either, did it? Did it work for them? Saving until they're dead? They acted like a miser the entire 85 years? You found money buried in the house, in the walls, in the mattress that they wouldn't spend while they were alive? Man, what are you guys thinking, man? You earn nothing at the bank. The banks in London are paying about 0.015% today. What are you leaving it in the bank for? Use the money. If you're going to be a business owners take entrepreneur literally means an individual that takes assets and puts them at risk in order to get more assets. You want more assets? Just change the price, man. All you got to do, that was 10 grand, make it 100. Your target was 100 grand, make it $1 million. That's what the 10X rule was. The 10X rule is basically 10X, whatever your target is. Whatever you think. How many of you read the 10X rule? Okay? The 10X rule, by the way, the books that I write, they're all for me. They're not for you. The books I write, I'm trying to solve my own problem. I'm not trying to sell another book. I'm trying to solve a problem I'm having. The 10X rule was written because we were stuck. I couldn't figure it. I was working. I was like, I'm just pushing and nothing's happening. Okay? And the 10X rule was like, hey, if I wanted to 10X things, that's 10X, by the way, right? No effort. All I did was added a 0. That's all I did. Okay? I had 10 employees. And we need 100. Okay? We had 100 units. I need 1,000. You understand? I had 10 investors. I need 100, 10 times. I need 100, right? See, I just add zeros to everything. You don't want to do it with wives. But most things you do want to do it with. Okay? Probably want to avoid it with kids. But would you want to do that on social media? You got 10,000 people following you on social media? Multiply times 100. It's just a target. It's a target. It's a unrealistic target that you have. It could be about money. It could be about fans. It could be about followers. It could be about engagements. It could be about people that hit your website, your landing page. It could be about conversions. And by the way, it should be about all those things. It could be about a target. I want to be a millionaire. Whatever your goal is in life or business, you should just 10X it. Okay, and there's a reason why you'd want to 10X it. How many of you had a parent that said you need to be reasonable? You need something achievable. And no wonder nobody ever does anything.
Be realistic.
Be realistic. Be careful. And then you wonder why you become an adult and you can't do anything. Fuck, I won't talk to strangers. I won't use your money that I have now. Like, if you can't talk to strangers, like, that explains why you guys don't prospect or use the telephone or knock on a door or make a cold call. Right? You know, there was a gentleman that we met 6 or 8 people before this, and he said to me, he's like, I just don't want to work a 9 to 5. I said, yeah, bro, I'm with you, man. Because you should be working a 5 to 9. I've been working a 5 to 9 for, 30 years. I hadn't burnt out. How many worried about burnout? Oh, I'm going to burn out, man. I'm going to burn out. You ain't a candle. You're not a candle in the wind. I can't think of that song without thinking about Diana, a candle in the wind. You're not a candle. Everybody agree? Yeah. Dude, you're an entrepreneur. You put time and money at risk. And that's what a commitment is. I commit to something. Hey, I'm going to get that girl. I see this girl. I'm a single guy. I don't have any kids. I want a family. Okay? There's no good women where I lived. Okay? I was living in San Diego, La Jolla, California. And I'm like, I knew every woman in San Diego County. Firsthand knew them. Okay? And I'm like, there's no good, man, I can't find my wife here. And the guy's like, dude, if she ain't here, why don't you move? I said, shit, that's a good idea. So I moved to LA. I said, I'm going to move to LA, man. I'm going to find my wife there. I found her the first night. First night I was there. Ran into Elena. Everybody give Elena another big hand. Look, I've learned more from this woman than probably anybody in my life. She calls me her mentor, but She has mentored me on so many things. Money's one of them, by the way. I've learned a lot from her about money. And possibilities, and being unreasonable, and not getting lost in mechanics. You know mechanics? How something's going to work. Because, see, the 10X thing, dude, it ain't about how. It's about something so big you can't figure it out. See, right now, like, let's say you made $1 million last year. I'll get back to the Atlanta story here in a second. If you're going into 2018, you're like, man, I just want to make $1,250,000 this year. See, I'm just gonna little increments. Okay, the problem with that concept is you're going to think with the employees you have. You're going to think with the ad budget you're using right now. You're going to think with the programs you already have in place. When you think like this, just little pieces, there's no creativity about that. Nothing to risk, really. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Here we are in June, walking into June, right? And you're like, shit, man, I don't think I'm going to do the $1,250,000. That goal, we're talking about goals right now. That goal is unrealistic. If I could just make $1,000,001 this year, 10%, I'd be happy. Okay, August comes, and you're like, shit, man, if I could just hold on to $1 million, man. If I can just hold on to it. Some bad news comes in October, and you're freaking like, you're starting to trip. Dude, if we just do 900 grand, man. You see what you're doing? See, what 10X does is this. Hey, man, I'm going to do $10 million this year. You're doing $1 million a year right now. You're making $1 million a year. How many of you in the room make $1 million a year? Okay, let me see hands real quick. Let me hear from you. That's a damn shame. Okay? Does everybody else make less than that? Okay, say this with me. This is an American thing. That's a damn shame. You guys ought to feel bad about that. Like, you ought to feel bad. You ought to whip yourself at night. Do that thing the priest does with that thing. Like just beat yourself. Right? See, I'm not a life coach. You ought to shame yourself. Just like, damn, I hate myself. You live on a planet where there's nothing but money, man. It's everywhere. What is wrong? What the hell is going on with you that you're worried about money? You got enough bullshit to worry about. Don't make money one of them. How many agree with that?
Yeah.
Man, I got a lot of drama in my life. I don't need money to be a drama. It's pieces of paper. It's a piece of paper. It's an endless supply of paper. By the way, you don't even hold on to the paper anymore. The paper goes to a digit. And you worship the digits. No, we can't spend that. No, we can't spend that. What? Spend what, dude? This shit is made up. What are you talking about, man? Like, you're in a Disney film. The characters are made up. You won't even use the thing that will get you more of what you want. What does Goldman Sachs do? What does Blackstone do? Okay? What does the guy that bought Harrods do? He collects money, trades it for assets that produce more money. He doesn't keep money. What do the banks do with money? They hate money. What does the bank do with money? They get it from you and they give it out as many times as they can. You see? But your daddy didn't understand that. So your daddy said, go work your ass off, get some money, and hold on to it. And the flow stopped. And by the way, don't talk to strangers when you're out there either. Don't talk, because shit, it's dangerous out there. It's a dangerous world. Look, man, I've been up and down this town. Ain't nothing bad happened to me. Most people don't even look at me when I walk around. Harry! Harry! I see Harry. They're too busy looking for Harry, man. Okay, so this is what I want everybody to do, okay? So you have something to take away here today, all right? I want you to take whatever your goal is for this year. I just want you to 10X it. Financial goal. I'm talking about a financial goal. Whatever your financial target was at the beginning of the year, when you were all excited about the year, just write down. Okay, I'm going to go from whatever my number was. Give me a number, anybody. 1.25 million? Huh? That's his new goal. So he was at 125,000. Impossible to live on 125 grand. Right or wrong? It's impossible, dude. And be a sane person. Come on. How can you possibly live on $125,000 in a year? You're not giving any money to anyone. Nothing bad better happen. Your mama better not get sick. Heaven forbid your daddy's got a gambling problem. Right? None of your kids better wander into anything bad. No drug addiction anywhere in your family by anyone on any terms. You're not going to buy a house. You'll never own anything. How can you possibly live? I didn't say get by. How do you live on 125 grand a year? The only reason you guys make sense of $125 is because your daddy only made 40. Or you got other people around you starving. Or you're like, I work for myself. I do whatever I want. And I make 40,000 pounds a year. But I'm my boss. I'm my own boss. I do what I say. I go and come as I please. Yeah, I don't make any money. But I do what I want, when I want, how I want, as often as I want. Dude, you bullshitted yourself so heavy. Listen to what you're saying. You sold yourself on nothing. Because some guy in some other part of the world in Ethiopia is starving, you made sense of your 40 grand. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Happened to me. I'm just telling you what happened to me. Me and Gary Vaynerchuk, I know Gary was here last year. Me and Gary had this conversation. He's like, a person is better off making $40,000 for themselves than they are working for someone else and making $40,000. I said, no, dude. Nobody is better off making $40,000. You can't live on it. You can't give on it. You can't help with it. You don't have any money. In fact, I'll tell you this. You're selfish if that's all you make. You're selfish. All you think about is yourself. Okay? How you guys liking the presentation so far? Oh yeah, let me tell you something, dude. You want to think about $10 million? You want to think about something impossible, unrealistic, unreasonable, where you have to talk to strangers, you have to get courageous? That's an unselfish person right there. Okay? This guy right here is only thinking about himself. That's when I need to eat. That's where I need to live. That's how I can take care of my family. And that's all about me. You want to make $12 million a year or $125 million a year? You have to be unselfish. This has never been told. We don't make it popular to be rich. It's popular to be poor. You can get sympathy if you're poor. If you tell anybody, dude, I'm rich, then they're like, damn, that don't sound good. How many of you, when I say that, it don't sound good? Just let's say, close your eyes a second. Pretend like you don't like me. And I'm like, I'm rich.
Love it.
Does it sound a little bad? It sounds terrible. It sounds terrible. Question is, why does it sound so bad? I didn't steal the money. I always wanted to be rich. How many in the room wanted to be rich? Right? How many of you look at other rich people and you're like, dude, man, God, How many of you'd like to own Harrods?
Yeah.
You'd have to be rich to do that. Right? So you either have to make the money yourself or you got to inherit the money. The dude that bought it probably inherited it. Probably doesn't even feel good about himself. But he owns Harrods. So he would do this. He would 10x this, and he'd say, okay, I got to go to $1,250,000 a year. It changes everything for him. All his product lineup changes. All his pricing changes. His employees change. His budgets change. The way he talks to his wife and the way she talks to him changes. Everything changes. Office space changes. Right? You shouldn't try to be in a small office. You should try to be outgrowing your office every day, every month, every year. You should be worried about big things, not little things. I have this saying in our house, and it's like, let's have goals so big. How many married people here? Let me just see a hand. Man, you want to make your marriage go big? You want to be happy in your marriage? Have goals so big that your problems are pale in comparison. Elena and I get along best when we're focused on our goals and our problems are nothing. Right? I want my problem to be getting this. Or maybe it's this. right? Or maybe it's 125 million. Doesn't matter. By the way, is the money there?
Yeah.
It is in there. The money is on this planet. So if all he'd have to do is make a decision, surround himself with a lot of great support team that says, hey, we're going to do $10 million a month. Companies have done it. Everybody agree? Yeah. Companies will continue to do it. If we did this, everybody will still have money on the planet. Everybody will have their stories. And you'll probably help more people. And that's the decision I made 8 years ago, 2008, when the economy crashed. I was in a very similar space to what you're in right now. We were making money. We were doing good. I was doing great. Everybody thought I was doing great. My mama thought I was doing great. People were proud of me, but I wasn't proud of me. How many of you can relate to what I'm telling you right now? Yeah. I was doing better than everybody around me, but I knew I wasn't doing anything. How many can relate to that? Particularly those of you in the coaching and the expert space, and you're giving people advice every day. Man, you got some big issues. Because you're giving advice and you're not taking it. If you're an honest person, if you're a legit, integrity-filled, aware being, and you're telling people one thing and doing something else, dude, it's going to be ugly for you at night. You know, how do you tell people to go big when you're not? How do you tell people to invest money with you when you won't? If you're a good, decent human being and not a criminal, your business will fail. Listen to what I'm telling you. If you're a good, decent person in the coaching space trying to tell somebody else to expand, and all you do, the only time you expand is in these rooms, and you don't take the risk, you don't put money at risk, right? You don't take the personal risk, your business will fail, I guarantee you. Because you're honest and integrity filled, you'll stop doing that pitch. That's why I say, man, you're either the buyer or the seller. Which one you want to be? The seller. You want to be the seller. And you want to get the money. Right? And you want to build a value. Okay? Right? We took that program that was $1,000, changed the price to $10,000, and then changed the price to $20,000. We sold more at 20 grand than we did at 10, and more at 10 than we did at 1,000. We just did an event in Las Vegas. We did that event in 9 months, 9,250 people. Nick will tell you how hard it is to put 700 people in a room. We put 9,218 people in a room. Every person in the room paid, not a free ticket in the room. Okay? Huh? Who was there? Who was in Vegas? Dude, was that a good event or what?
Amazing.
Okay. Life-changing, magical. I spent $4 million at the Mandalay Bay. I spent $4 million on the event. I wrote a check for $4 million. So people will come, man, your tickets are expensive. I paid the most. I went and saw Tony. Tony, he was only like $400. I'm like, yeah, that's whatever. Maybe Tony doesn't love himself. I know this, dude. I paid $4 million for my seat, and you're going to pay one of those prices that we offered you, or you're not going to get in the door. And I guarantee you, I'm going to promise you an event better than anything you've ever been to. So that's the story you guys got to figure out. I'm going to tell you something. Your products aren't going to get better, and your services aren't going to get better until you start spending money. That means everywhere. Add budget. Jared? Where's Jared? Jared, how you doing, man? Come up here, Jared. Come up here, Jared. Jared Bland back there, 33 years old. He was broke 8 years ago. Jared will make more money with me this year than he could ever make on his own. So all these guys that are like, I want to work for myself. Dude, you need people around you. Jared Glant right here. Jared, how old are you, Jared? 34 years old, just got married, just had a kid. What do you got in the bank right now?
Let's count.
15,000. Okay. He makes. I pay him $9,000 for my real estate every month. He takes all his money from his job and he puts it in the real estate. All of it goes like this. Okay. So what I do is I create a bunch of businesses where the key people in the company they don't move out for other opportunities. They move into other opportunities within my loop. You get it? Right? So that forces me to get bigger, right? I can't have one business. I need multiple businesses to move both my clients and my people through. So Jared works in this business. He makes, what do you get paid a month?
$100.
Well, he gets 100 with a bonus. So he gets paid like $7,500 a month, plus every quarter he gets a bonus. He dumps that bonus, actually sent to another company over here. This is the real estate business. He dumps all his extra money, all leftover money after taking care of his wife and his kid, goes into the real estate to create another cash flow for him. I want him broke, because I'm always broke. Because I don't have money, right? Because I don't have a bunch of money all the time sitting in a bank account. If you got a bunch of dough sitting in the bank, you need to let it go. It's holding you back. You're trying to hold on to this rather than what? Go get money. You can't do both of these. You can't protect yourself on this planet and be on attack. This is the defense. I'm worried about people, right? I'm protecting myself. I'm waiting for a rainy day. You get it? That's not what an entrepreneur does. He goes out and attacks for clients, customers, opportunities, collaboration, builds a page. You with me? Gets attention. How many were taught by your parents not to get attention? Don't get too much attention, man. How many of you have been taught this? Fly under the radar. Do you get this? Yeah, fly under the radar. Don't get too much attention. You get too much attention, right or wrong?
Yep.
Yeah. That's why I do what I do today, okay? My wife and I made a promise to each other. I'm like, look, we're going to make it, and we're going to make it big. And when we do, we're not going to do this. We're not going to close the curtains. We want you to see what we're doing. We want you to see how we're failing. We want you to see what we learn. See, most people, when they make it financially in a big way, they close the curtains. And they hang with a handful of people because they don't want the attention. They don't want, dude, you showing off, man? Right? You bought a jet. You showing off? Dude, you don't buy a jet to show off. You buy a Lambo. Okay? There's a lot of other, you get a big watch. I got a big watch. That's for show-offs. Okay? You don't buy a jet to show off. You buy a jet to fly to London so you can meet people. The jet was an investment. The jet was energy. The jet was, hey man, I got some money here. I'm going to trade cash that somebody else gave me. Okay? I exchanged the money for a plane. Plane buys time, gets attention, gets me in front of more people, produces more money. Right? I asked everybody for advice. Maybe you ask people for advice. You guys get a lot of advice from people? Hey man, should I buy a jet? You should go find out your little 5, that little bullshit saying you got for yourself. It's the 5 people I hang around. That's it. The 5 people. Dude, I spent 3 hours with a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old today. That means I'm nuts. Okay? So, is it the 5 people? Where are you getting your advice from? I don't know if that's true or not. I know this. The 5 people in my life don't own a jet. You understand? I go to them. Hey, what do you think, man? Should I buy a jet? No, man. Never buy a depreciating asset. Ty Lopez told me that. Never buy a depreciating asset. Okay? My accountant. Hey, you think I should buy a jet? No, man. That's dumb. Okay? Everybody I asked said no. And none of them own a jet. And none of them can buy a jet. One guy said, I asked a billionaire, a guy just sold his business for $40 billion, he walked away with $4.4 billion. Hey man, you think I should buy a jet? Dude, if you got places to go, you should. But it's going to zero, Bobby. Bobby, it's going to go to zero. I'm going to pay 60 for it. Sooner or later, it's going to go. Every plane ends up at the what? What do they call it, Ron? At the boneyard. Every plane ends up at the junkyard. They salvage it. It's going to zero. How many have been taught this? Never buy a depreciating asset. Why not? Why not? Dude, you buy a printer. It's depreciating. You're just using it. You throw it away. You forget about it. Your body's depreciating. Right? Everybody's like, I don't want to put my money. Dude, your body, you're getting weaker every day. Your bones are getting smaller, right? You older guys know what I'm talking about. Some of your equipment don't even work anymore. Right? Use it. Use it while it works. Right? Same thing about money, okay? So here's Jared making $7,500 a month. He gets a check for $9,500 a month from this third thing he did because I convinced him, sold him on staying broke. Get rid of your money, folks. Get rid of all your money. Quit sitting on this. This is not your salvation. This is not your security. This is not your safety. This cannot help you. I don't care how many pieces you have or what queen they put on your little coin. It will not save you. What will save you is the definition of the entrepreneur. Putting assets, time, and money at risk. It does not take money to make money. It takes courage to make money. It takes courage, a lot of courage. It takes showing up at a lot of events like this. It takes ridicule to make money. You have to get attention, and somebody's not going to like what you say or do. How many of you had some haters already?
Yep.
Yeah, dude, you need more of them. You need more haters, okay? Don't spend any time on them. Stay on offense. Stay on offense. I go get money, I take the money, I use the money again. The money's flowing, you understand? It's flowing in the cycle. Okay, I hit my target of 1.25 million. He's going to hit his target. You guys should pull for him to hit his target. You should push him to exceed his target, right? And then say, okay, reset, recalibrate. What's the next target? 10x. Most of my targets I miss. I never get to them. I have targets right now I'll never get to. Doesn't matter to me, man. I want to be reaching. I want to be reaching. I want to be discovering where I'm uncomfortable, right? How many of you want more of that? Okay, you guys have the wrong problems. You worry about what you're going to spend on Facebook rather than, man, I want to waste the money. I want everybody in England to know me, right? If more people knew you, would you make more money?
Yeah.
Yep.
If you had the product lineup, so you need both the attention. I got to have the attention. First of all, you got to have the target. You got to have the target, and you better have everybody on the same page with the target, okay? And the target better be huge, and you'll never get it by yourself. If you're small, you can't get big. It's impossible. If you're by yourself, you will never make it. You need to build a company, okay? In the self-help space, in this coaching space, the biggest mistake I see is people try to stay small. It's impossible. The universe does not reward people that are trying to stop. Okay? You have to be willing to expand it. Spiritually, the universe wants to do this. It doesn't want to contract. Contracting is a failure. You have to add people. You guys get it? You got to add people. Bigger is better. As long as you don't go slow. So you got to have a target, okay? You have to have products. That could be a service. It could be a box. It could be a widget. It could be a digital product, right? Like we have a lot of product. We probably have, I don't know, over 80 products on our website. So if I have a $1,000 product, I'll have a $10,000 product. That's one product I was talking about. But I'll also have A, B, C, D, E, F. I mean, I got a store. If you walk into a grocery store in America, there's the average grocery store in America has 80,000 products, 84,311 products. It doesn't confuse anybody, by the way. I know a lot of you are like, I don't want too many products. It's going to confuse people. You're the one that's confused. I want them shopping me, okay? We might have this for free. I might have this for 95 cents. I could have this for $1.95. There's another guy out there saying, don't monetize. I monetize everything. Everything. I'll monetize stuff before I have a product. Jared, do we have the millionaire booklet, Jared? Where's Jared? Jared, I'm going to keep saying, where's Jared? Let me see that millionaire booklet. I'll tell you a real quick story, and then I'm going to bring Nick up, okay? Where's Nick? Nick's not here either, huh? Nick left me. Give Nick another big hand while he's not here. Give Nick a big hand while he's not here. So this little book right here, I'm going to show you a little book. How many of you have written a book here?
Yep.
Okay, good. So I've written 7 books. This is one of them. 13 best-selling programs. The 13 programs that I've sold that are online that nobody ever talks about, they talk about the books. Oh, you guys written 7 books. Dude, the 13 business programs have outsold all the books. One program that we did with 7 days of planning sold more than all 7 books combined. Okay, this little book right here, we're going to give everybody a copy of this. You guys want a copy?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a copy, okay? So that book took 2 hours to write. I was selling that book. I came home after a charity event. I was at a charity event. The book talks about it a little bit, but I was at a charity event, and the charity was trying to raise $2 million. How many of you like giving money to charities? Okay, I've raised almost $200 million for charities. Thank you. Raising money is harder than writing a check. But you can raise more if you give more. Right? Because when they see you doing it, then everybody's like, shit. Because then you can lean on somebody and say, I did it, dude. But man, that's a lot of money. Yeah, I know. I did it. You want the world to be a better place? Lean on the pen. Let's go. Do it. It's just money anyway. I made more money after I gave that money. How many have seen that happen before? You let something go and more came to you. Yeah. I don't know if that's like karma or something. I just know this is the flow, right? So anyway, I was at this charity event this night. I'm there 2 hours. They raised $1 million in 2 hours, and they were still $1 million from their target. And everybody, you could feel everybody getting all down and depressed, and it's going on long, and I'm like, damn, man, you ought to just, I hope somebody does this so I don't have to. I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to give the money. I want to be Mr. Generous. I want to be Mr. Nice Guy, but I ain't giving $1 million to nobody. That's what I'm thinking, right? And then I said to myself, how you buy things is how you'll sell things. Mm-hmm. How you hold on to money, son, is how you're going to get money. Now, in the book, they don't talk about this, but because we're all friends. Are we friends now? Yeah. Are we friends now?
Yeah.
So my friends are enthusiastic. Okay. So I said, oh, shit, I'm gonna write that. I said, hey, we're getting ready to leave. Everybody. I said, I'll do it. That's not in the book. I'm just telling you who the guy is. Okay. And I said, I'll do the damn $1 million. Freaking room went nuts, man. I mean, people went crazy. For about 17 minutes, I was the hero for 200 people, including myself. I was like, shit, that's bad shit. You're a bad dude, bro. Hope that check clears. I hope we got all that money in the account. Actually, I was not worried about that. I'm like, I'm good, man. Because I had produced enough in the physical world to be able to give this away. And I felt really good about it. And I could see how many people in the room. I mean, the thing that I got out of this was that, you think we could raise $1 million here right now?
Yeah.
Do y'all think we could?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
700 people here. There was only 200 people here that night. We ought to just try it right now. Shit, I'd do it too. So I'm driving home that night. Actually, my wife was driving the car home. We're driving home, and I'm like, I'm gonna write a book tonight. I wrote that book in 2 hours. Okay, made that $1 million back in 90 days. On that book. On that book. Now check this out. Check this out. We didn't even sell the book. We gave the book away. All we did was set up a target, create a product. Product was, hey, I want my $1 million back. Shit, I'm missing that $1 million. I'm missing it. It was all friendly at the bank. It was happy with me. It was loving living with me. You with me, man? You with me? I'm like, now I can't get that $1 million back, but I can get a new $1 million, can I? Yeah. Okay. We built a landing page for this product, a product that was not created, gave the book away, and when people hit that landing site and they want to learn how to become a millionaire, we then had some other products that we would sell them in this funnel on the way out. Okay? Or they would become a coaching client, or they became a business client. You with me? Or they became an investor in the real estate. The point of this story is this. A target is first. Everybody agree?
Yep.
And the target needs to be something you never lower. Never, ever lower a target. Never, ever lower a target. Raise the activity. So every time you want to give up on a target, and you will, what are you going to do? Increase the activity. And by the way, if this don't work in London, move. For those of you like, this is an American thing. Move, man. It's a big planet. Ain't nobody keeping you here. If it doesn't work here, find someplace it does work, because what you're doing right now don't work. Right? Whatever level you're at, when he hits 1,250,000, he needs to understand that what got him to 1,250,000 will not get him to $12 million. Everybody with me there? Okay? What got you here will keep you here. And then you got to change your conditions. Say, I got to play a different game now. And then you need to recycle this process, right? So that I'm bringing more products back to new targets and funding new targets. So it's going to be a target, product, sell something, collect the money, reinvest the money in advertising, and roll again to a new target. So right now we have a real estate business. I'm over right now, so I'm going to bring Nick up here. We have a real estate business. I'll hit $1 billion in real estate this year. Thank you. That started with a $78,000 deal. My first deal was $78,000. Okay, I'm about to do a deal that's $160 million. I'm going to buy something that I know the next day I can sell it the next day, because I'm going to buy it from I'm going to grab it from a group like Blackstone, some of these big institutions that are never without money. You want to pay more. You don't want to pay less. You don't want to buy when it's low and sell when it's high. You want to buy all the way up. You want to buy stuff that's irreplaceable. This is what your parents didn't teach you. This is why coaching is so important. You got to get a new idea. The ones you have right now are trapping you. Okay? That's what I hope for you today. My thinking had two businesses for me that were working. We were making a couple $1 million a year. It was when we started looking at how we could get bigger and faster and spend more. When I spent time on me to find out, hey man, what's holding you back from doing what your full potential is? How many of you in the room are operating below your full potential? How many believe that? Then you gotta start changing some of the very things that you hold on to the most, like your money, where you live. How many of you own your own home? It's not required to be a business owner and own your own home. It's probably a liability, actually. Okay, it's a place of comfort. Okay, I don't want to own anything. I want to grow my business. I don't want to be comfortable. I want to grow my business. I want luxury, not comfort. I want anything. I don't want to be comfortable. Right? I want life on my terms. I want to be able to walk out of the hotel and say, I don't like the place. We're going to keep your deposit. Do whatever you want to do. Keep the deposit if you want to. I don't care what you do with it. I'm going to go give me some more. But I'm going to like where I'm staying. How many of you like to live like that? Because you can. Like no other time in the history of at least my lifetime, okay, I have never seen it more positioned for people in a space like you're in to actually live life on your terms, to do business the way you want to do business, to take your family where you want, when you want, as long as you want. That doesn't mean you need to be a show-off, okay? But it does mean this cycle. How many believe this? This cycle needs to happen, okay? My goal for you today is if you walk out of here and just unplug the stop, right? Get the cycle going. Doesn't mean you're reckless with money. I'm not reckless with money. I'm not reckless at it. I'm a very frugal person. I only spend money on things that I know are going to lube that cycle up. Somebody asked me a couple days ago, hey man, what's the fuel cost in your jet? I said, dude, the jet's no good without the fuel. Doesn't matter what the fuel cost. The plane don't fly without fuel. The business can't grow without employees. You can't be known if you don't advertise. And you're not going anywhere if you don't keep replenishing your thinker. So I just want to, in closing, I just want to say to you, and I'm going to bring Nick up and we're going to answer questions. I really, really appreciate you being here. Without you being here, you're part of my flow, okay? I had to come here. It's a long trip over here. I had to come here to make new friends, okay? Friends are more valuable to me than money. I want new friends. I want new acquaintances. I want new customers, okay? I want to be known in this part of the world. And I'm going to tell you why I want to be known in this part of the world. I want my kids to have friends in every country. I want my kids to be able to go to every country on this planet and say, I knew your daddy. Nobody's going to talk about the money I made. Nobody's going to talk about the jet I owned. They're going to say, hey, man, your daddy helped me, man. You know, when I was 10 years old, my dad died. And I wanted somebody to help me so bad. Every day I went to sleep. I'm like, man, if somebody would just help me. Would somebody help me? Will my uncle come help me? By the time, for 5 years, I waited for my dad or my uncle to show up. I kept thinking, maybe this is a nightmare. How many of you lost somebody when you were young? You know what I'm talking about, dude. You're like, maybe this is just like a dream. And then I realized, this ain't a dream. He ain't coming back, man. After like 3 months, you're like, okay. And I'm 10 years old, man. I got little white, pale legs. I'm about this tall. I'm fragile. My mom's terrified. My mom's freaking just like, my mom can't even experience grief. She can't experience grief because she's worried about the money. She doesn't know how to make money, so she has to manage money. If you don't know how to get it, then you're going to try to what? Hold on to it. And then you're not going to get it. 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old. Those are long years. I'm a teenager. 16 years old. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. No dad and no uncle. And I told my mom one day, I said, one day I'm going to grow up. One day I'm going to be super successful. And one day I'm going to help a lot of people. Okay? My goal is to help people. If I just wanted money, all I would do is buy real estate. Every day I would be working on a real estate deal. I'm here because Nick invited me and because I want to help you. Okay? I want to help you get out of the trap that has been put on all of us. I want to help in some kind of way. If I can help you grow, help your business grow, if I can be an investor in your business, you know, if I can sit on your board and help you grow, if I can be some kind of spiritual component or some kind of physical monetary component where I'm like, no, you can do it, dude. Do it. Put the money in there. Make the bet. You have the courage. If I can do that, I'll be fulfilling a promise that I made to my mother that will be worth more to me than anything I've ever done. My daughter came up to me the other night and says, she's heard some of that story, right? She's 9 years old. And she said to me, she's like, your mother would be very proud of you, Papa. I'm sorry, yeah, thank you. See, that's a target for me. That's a target for me. The product was, I got to come to London to do it. Am I even in London right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Shit, okay. And then I got to recycle it. Okay. So a couple things I want to say, and then for sure I'm bringing Nick up. All right. In July, for those of you who'd like to go to Miami for 3 days, I'm going to do a deep dive on your business in July. Any of you been to my boot camp?
Yeah.
Huh? Have you? Dude, was it great?
Unbelievable.
Okay. It's 3 days with me. I do the entire 3 days. All 3 days. First day is marketing. Second day is the sales cycle. And the third day is the execution. So you leave with an exact plan how to take the marketing, the business cycle, and the sales cycle. Okay? We're going to have 50 people from here. We have spaces for 50 people. The first 50 people that sign up for it, we're going to do it for half price. And you can bring a person with you for free. These are $10,000 seats. Okay? For 50, you can do it for half price. And I'm going to give you a free seat. You got to get to Miami, okay? So if you guys want to take advantage of that, this is a sellout event. I sell out all my events. My events always sell out. If you've ever been following me, everything sells out with me. The second thing is tomorrow. Where's Jared? Jared, how many times I got to call you, man? So Jared, what time tomorrow? What's the program tomorrow?
It's at 10 a.m.
Okay, so we have about 80 products in our lineup. One of the ways for me to scale and recycle is to partner with you. So we're offering, 10 years ago, actually 12 years ago, I offered a license agreement to a guy in Orlando, Florida. He's made $10 million a year with me as a partner for the last 12 plus years. For me to scale planet-wide, I need partners, not customers. I need partners. I need you making money off of my products, okay? So rather than people copying my products and doing a half-assed job on what our products are anyway, we came out this year and said, hey, this year we're going to expand globally and we're going to offer a license opportunity to partner with people so that you can use my name, our products that are already created, And whatever brand recognition we have in this part of the world, Nick said this was the easiest event he's ever sold out because my name helped a little bit or something. So look, I want to be in Ireland. I want to be like, you name the country, I want to be there. Where? Of course. Why not? Okay. My hometown, Lake Charles, Louisiana, I need somebody there representing me. Now, I can't be there. I can't be in Miami, New York, Cleveland, Birmingham, London, Dublin. You get it? So anyway, if you want to do that, go to grantcardone.com/expert empires. Is that the website? Or is it grantcardone.com/London?
Expert Empires.
Okay,
That's the one on
good. Now, this is a license agreement. This costs money. It doesn't cost money to come tomorrow. But you should be liquid. You should be real. Don't just come to listen, okay? This is not about selfies tomorrow or photographs. I just want to be clear on this. This is a business opportunity. It costs money. It's a $25,000 purchase. This will be a $100,000 product in the future. Okay, you don't have to buy anything tomorrow. We'll show you how people are making money with this. We'll show you what we're going to do. But my goal, again, is to partner. I can't be everywhere all the time. So I want other people around the world presenting my products on sales, on marketing, on negotiating, on closing, on follow-up, on phones, on cold calls, warm calls, knocking on doors. All these are activities that are not taught very well, particularly in this part of the world. All right? I hope you got a lot out of my message today. I really, really, again, appreciate you being here. I appreciate your interest in yourself, your families, and your children. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you.
You got 10 minutes. What do you want to ask this man? 10 minutes. What do you want? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to ask this man some questions. Go. We need mic runners at the ready. Let's go. Well, I'll tell you who. Yes, since you did this one, why not?
Hi Grant, thanks a lot. How do you work yourself, personal development? How do you develop yourself further?
How do you develop yourself further? What's your personal development plan?
Well,
I'm like a translator.
I didn't understand a word he said.
How you understood from Birmingham, I've got no idea. But anyway.
I hold myself highly accountable. I do study stuff. I'll just tell you, like, when I study something, I go real deep on a guy. So I could spend a year studying one person. So I'll just tell you a little trick to, like, the way I study people is I don't read, I study. I don't have a lot of mentors. I'll have one guy, and I've had a lot of mentors, by the way, but I'll have one person that I'll pick and go so deep on that guy or gal, and it's not always a positive mentor either. So I look for failures as well, what not to do, because if I know what not to do, see, my dad died when he was 52 years old. He was a mentor to me. He showed me what not to do. So I studied literally his whole life, what he was taught to think, what his parents, grandparents, how he thought about money, how he thought about God, like everything. Because half of it worked, but it's the other half, dude, that I don't want. Like, you can learn as much about what not to do as what to do.
Next question, who's up? Let's go to gentleman here in the grey suit. I can barely see. In the grey suit over here, thank you.
Hey Grant, how you doing? First of all, man, this is I've been setting the intention for this for a long time. AFL, absolute fucking legend. Absolute fucking legend. Grant, I'm a coach, performance coach. I did the whole one-to-one thing for years. I went from $5,000 a year, 10, 17.9, 25, and then I was like, I can't keep doing this. I'm the crutch of my business. Been, watching your stuff and doing your courses and stuff for about 3-4 years. So I thought, okay, what are the two biggest trends? Health and fitness and technology. I'll move into technology. So I started to do a membership. So first I did events like this, and then I thought events aren't for me. I'm more of an artist, coach. I went to doing an online membership, and it's just so slow. And I'm doing everything you say. Omnipresence, good content, inspiration, education, entertainment. and it's just not going as well as I
Yeah.
wanted.
What's the question?
It's a
What's the
generic.
question?
Coming. I understand it's a generic. Like for you, it's a generic response because you don't know me.
No.
But
no
what
I-
are the
I
three?
get what you're-
What are the three things that you would say that would allow me to boost
Yeah.
a coaching membership?
Yeah, so look, what I would do when I have an issue with a product that I'm trying to deliver to sell, we don't dump the product. We change the pitch. So we flip things, right? I have a first of all, you should never listen to your staff. Okay? Because they only know about, like, remember, they're buying or selling. I don't know what they're doing most of the time. They don't know either. So we flip stories, right? So, like, I'll tell you, for our growth conference, we had 9,000 people there. We had pushed that. The problem with selling that conference was I have to keep my staff excited for 9+ months selling one product. It's the landing, the landing, what's it called, Ryan? The runway. The runway's so long, man, I don't know exactly where to put the plane down, right? And you need to put the plane down for the cycle to end. So we had to flip stories throughout the deal. So it's tricky because I got a pricing. I can't lower the pricing at the end, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Because the people that bought already are going to be like, well, dude, I should have waited to the end. So I'm like, okay, I got to flip stories. I have to flip the story. So you need a lot of products. That's why I say, you guys that have 2 and 3 products, you don't have enough products. Your story's about online. You need to add a live event with the online and probably give the online away, and then flip the story. I have an online product that sells, and I give the live event away. The problem in the coaching space is a lot of you guys got in this space because you think it's easy. And you're getting your freaking head bashed in. There's nothing on this planet easy. So you need a lot of products, because I don't know, one guy wants online. 1/3 of our business is online products. About $40 million a year. Another $40 million a year will come from live events, live calls, supporting people, sitting down with people, okay? And then another 1/3 of the business, and Nick wanted me to talk about this, but I didn't get to it, is cold calling to businesses, and that does about $40 million a year. But notice, it's a stool, right? See how flimsy this thing is? This is your business right here. You're standing on one thing. And typically what you do is compress the price to sell it, rather than having other stools or legs to operate from. But again, you can't have a bunch of products and a bunch of deliveries with one person. That's why the solopreneur thing won't work.
Thank you.
All right, next question. Because it's easy, these two guys, I think you guys are one business. I don't know who's going to speak. Yeah.
Hey Grant, first of all, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for joining us on the Property Show and giving us the opportunity to, you've helped us take our business to another level.
Awesome.
My question to you is, will you accept, we would like to come and present you with a gift, would you accept that gift from us now?
Yeah, I mean, what's the gift going to do?
It's
Come on, you got to come up here with me and protect me, man.
It's dollars. It's dollars.
My paranoid friend's got to protect me.
Thank you.
Just in case they get out of order.
If they get out of order, dude. Anything blows up, let it be you, okay?
I'll be involved.
Round of applause. Microphone? Got a microphone?
You did mention when we had the property show,
Yeah.
what do you get a man who has everything, including a jet? And he said, I got to get myself one of them, that turban.
Oh, dude, that's
exactly
awesome,
what it is.
dude. That's awesome.
And everybody knows how it's like,
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll
yeah.
do pictures at the end. We'll do pictures at the end. Just stay on the side of the stage. We'll do pictures at the end. We've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes and lots of questions. Who's
Thank you.
next?
Thank you.
Jeez. How the hell do I do this? Yes, gentleman in the front row here. It's his birthday, ladies and gentlemen. I love the way that he's written birthday boy on his name card as well. Just in case.
Yeah, I don't do so. So Chris Richards, I'm a business psychologist. I would like to ask you, Grant, what would be your answer to those people who hit the money ceiling on what they believe their price of their service or their product should be? I've noticed it hits at different levels depending on the person, but it always hits.
Yeah, you hit the money levels?
Yeah, so the people who can't sell a product past 2,000 or 10,000 or 100,000, because it's some kind of thing, right?
Yeah, the first thing I would look at is the executives. I would look at you first. You know, I would look at who's saying the product. What are your products?
I've got online courses. I've got
how much are they?
Right now it's 5,000, 1,550.
Yeah. So I would look at you and say, dude, why did you make those numbers up? You made them up.
Yeah.
Everybody agree?
Yeah.
It's all made up. You know, I paid $9,000 last night for one room over at the Man Room. You know, I checked in. I'm like, $9,000, damn. Y'all can make up some good shit here. You know, so it's all made up, man. Somebody sat around. You guys understand? There's nobody like it's not me and Nick are smarter or something. The Mercedes dealer. He gets a number that Mercedes made up. A bunch of guys sat in the room and said, what do you guys think, man? 160, 170, 180, yeah, we should, flip the coin. 167. It's all made up, man. Colors are made up, interiors are made up, what it'll do for you makes up, how fast it goes, how much fuel it burns. Nobody ever checks. It's all made up, man. The Queen's got 900 rooms over here. Who made that up? How does one person need 900 rooms? Come on. It's crazy. Huh? He ain't got 900 rooms, man. All right. Come on, man. He ain't got nothing compared to her.
One more. Who's that lady over there? She's shouting really loud, so it's got to be you. Yes, lady with the amazing, what a phenomenal haircut that is. Get her on for last
black
question.
girl with blonde hair. Hi, Grant. I was in Vegas and I was in VIP. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
I wanted to ask a quick question. So, I'm on the path of expanding my business. So, making between 20,000 and 50,000 a month is now normal, but I find that is still pretty mediocre. So I want to know how I can grow my business, and what I do is I teach people how to sell high-ticket services within 6 weeks or less. But I want other coaches now to use my methodology, and I have no idea how to do that.
So first I would just say, congratulations on what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Give her a big hand. Come on. The second thing I would say is like the spread that you gave me, 20 to 50, you're being really lenient with yourself when you say that. So I wouldn't, I know that you're being reasonable with your targets, and I would tighten down, your personal, you need to become like a wrench and tighten down what that number is. It's too big a spread. It's not 20 to 50. It's a lazy number, right? So you should know, man, I'm at this number, and this is what we're doing, and we're stuck at this $41,257, and I can't seem to crank it above that. And then I would play the 10X game. You know, my wife and I played this lottery game. You know, what if we won $600 million after taxes? By the way, what I was saying about the Queen and the 900 rooms, it was massive respect for anybody that can have 900 rooms. Just understand that. For me, it's like I have massive admiration for anybody that can achieve anything closer to their potential. And I have almost zero tolerance for myself and others that operate way below their potential. So I would just I would play the 10X game and quit playing the 27 to 42, whatever the numbers were, and start saying, hey, I want to make $400,000 a month. What would you have to do? How much would it change your plan to make $400,000 a month?
The only thing I can think of is spending more money on advertising.
That will do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What's best?
But you should spend more. That's one thing you should do. It's not going to be one thing. See, for you to make $400,000 a month from where you're making right now, like you have to change everything.
Mm.
So Elon Musk says, hey, I want to go to Mars, man. I don't know why. I don't know what's there. I don't know how to raise the money. He doesn't have enough money to go to Mars by himself. Just so you understand. He's got to get a lot of people on board with it. Don't know what it's going to cost, but we want to do it. It's a big idea, man. And I think most of the coaches, it's kind of like the same problem with network marketing. You know, network marketing, you get involved, costs no money. I lose $100. So easy to get in. Nobody's pushing. The risk is so low, right? But you put everything on the line. You put everything on the line. You put people on the line. You put your family on the line. You sell your house. You know, Dave and John and I have this conversation about, like, it's just, most people just don't have enough committed to take it to $400,000. And that was holding me back in my business. Everybody thought I was doing good but me. But I'm the only one that mattered. Having somebody with me that said, dude, we can do more. Now I got a lot of people around me. Man, we could do something really big here. My wife first, she's always saying, dude, you can do this. She's always pushing me. She likes the game. She wants the push. She has never, one time, we've been married how long, Elena? 14. She has never, in 14 years, said, hey, you work too much. You work too much, you're gone too much, you spend too much time on your work. You know, Saturdays and Sundays I'm working. She never says, hey man, put it down. Never. We're on the same page. We want to do something big. And it can't just be about money either. It's got to be about something bigger than pieces of paper.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. I know out of the 700 or 800 people here, like every single person would love to get a selfie with Grant or something. Grant mentioned he's got a boot camp, 3-day boot camp in Miami. He's doing a half-price ticket, plus you get to bring somebody with